Okay, hey guys. Jen Burklow, Presidential Diamond. Thank you guys so much for being on. I know there are a lot of Zooms and calls and things going on throughout the week, so I really appreciate any of you that are here. And okay, so somebody tell me really quickly if you know. This just popped up that says somebody raised their hand. What does that mean? Anybody know what that means? Like somebody have a question? Or are you waving at me? Hi. I don't know what it means. Okay, so I pulled this up to make sure that I stick to what I wanted to talk about tonight. And, oh, hang on a second. Does this have to be right now?
Yeah.
Okay. We're
Bobby.
selling a house, and I'm on, this is recording right now. So. Sellers.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Hang on, I'm sorry, Bobby. Hang on just a second.
You put the date on there for me.
4/26/16.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Sorry. Okay. So, this Zoom tonight, or like at the end of the month, so some of this may be a little bit redundant to those of you who have been with me at the end of the month, but I do have some end of the month tips. But I just did a party the other day and I had some party tips that I wanted to go over too, and I'm just taking you guys along my social media journey and giving you guys some of the tips that I've come across that have helped me. So the first thing I had on the agenda was these party tips. So I just did a party for my mom, and she had 3 people that came, and we had 100% closing rate. We had 2 loyal customers, and 1 person, like out of nowhere, decided to be a distributor. So what I did when I kept it really simple, like stuck to the party pad for the most part. But this is the tip that I want to give you. So what I did was I took notebook paper. You can print off the steps to success sheet if you want to and pass those out to your guests at the party. But what I did was I thought this will be a little bit tricky for them. And I just kind of told them that this piece of paper, I handed them a blank sheet of notebook paper and a pen, and the 3 people that were there. And I said, everybody loves free stuff, and this is going to be your key to free stuff right here. So I told them, I said, as I'm going through these products, I want you to write down at least 4 names of people that come to mind when you hear this product. And so when I say I stuck to the party pad for the most part, I did stick to the script of the party pad, but I also really briefly touched on most of the other products that we had, because you never know who's going to think about their dad who needs relief, or their grandma who needs regular, or somebody who just needs a new multivitamin, something like that. And so I said, this is going to be your key to free product, is I want you to write at least 4 names down that come to mind when you are hearing these products. It can be the wraps, it can be the skincare line, it can be supplements, greens, whatever. And I didn't tell them any more than that. And so as we're going through the party, I make sure to remind them, like, if you think of someone as I'm speaking, you make sure you write their name down. And so they're wrapped. We go through the party pad. I have the catalog. They're following along with me. And I'm just really briefly reading the description of the products that I didn't mention in the party catalog, the party pad. I'm just really briefly touching on those products. And you don't need to have a big product knowledge base about this, you guys. The product catalog has really good product descriptions written out. And that's all I did, was I just read through each one really briefly. And if I've used the product, I wanted to give my personal testimony on it. If you're doing a party for another distributor, this is nice. Like, so I did this party for my mom, and she could give her testimony to Defining Joe, or the skincare line, or the greens, or the It's Vital Core Nutrition, or whatever product it was that we were talking about. So I think that's nice. Like, I could give my personal touch on my journey with the wraps, Defining Joe, that kind of thing. And so I just went through, like I said, the party pad script with the catalog right in hand. And at the end, I said, okay, so I was, really pressing this free stuff. I was like, this is how you're going to get free stuff. I said, number 1, you can be a loyal customer today. You can refer these people to the share site that you're going to get, and you're going to get free wraps or $35 in free product, like instantly. You can host a party, and these people can be your guests, and you're going to get a free wrap. Or you can go ahead and sign up as a distributor, and these are going to be your first 4 loyal customers, and that's going to get you $120 in free product. And I loved that they just had that visual right there in front of them. And that's why one girl signed up as a distributor, because she was like, oh, my daughter could use this skincare. And the 2 girls that were there knew each other from work, and they were deciding who was going to write. Like, I had one girl's name was Vicky, and she was like, okay, well, I'll let you have Vicky, but I'm going to take Tanya, or whatever her name was. And so that was fun. And it was just a way for them to see that they can do this. Because what's one of the biggest excuses you get when you're talking to someone about being a distributor? They say, I don't know enough people. I don't know anybody that could use this stuff. But I think when they're saying that, they think of the wraps, because that's what our flagship product is the wraps. But we're so much more than that, and I think it's important to show people that. And so, like I said, I loved having that visual. It's the first time that I really tried doing it that way, and it worked like a charm. So I just really pushed that free product, like no matter what, they were going to get something for free. They were going to use the referral program, and they had their names of their friends right there in front of them. They were going to host a party, and they had their guest list right in front of them, and they were going to get a free wrap from that, or they were going to be a distributor, and that's how they were going to get their free product. So that's the biggest party tip that I had. I'm excited about this business. I'm excited about these products and what they do for myself and my family. And if you can be excited at a party, fake it till you make it, you guys. If you've not heard my Anna Finley story, just be Anna Finley. Just be that person who's super excited about everything, that infectious personality. It's okay if it's not really you, because it's not really me, and I got to fake it sometimes. But we're excited about this, then other people are going to be excited about it, you guys. And all you have to do as far as getting those customers and those distributors is help alleviate their fears. People are afraid of auto ship, so don't say auto ship. Just tell them, you're going to be a loyal customer today, and from all the products that I'm going to talk to you about, you're going to find 3 things that you want. And so you just pick one for April, you pick one for May, and you pick one for June. You get 40% off everything for life. Free shipping after that 3rd month. You're going to earn 10% back. You get, we have an awesome referral program. You sign up today, I'm automatically going to get you a $10 product credit, because we're going to share that share site on Twitter, which I'll talk about in a minute. And so all those things, you guys, use all of those tools to your advantage. I'm not a big party person, but I'm really pushing parties right now because I'm excited about how that one turned out. So that's my party tip. The next thing that I want to talk about was social media for a minute. So I'm on this journey with you. I started a new Instagram recently just to see, because I know things are different. And I don't have any, major groundbreaking social media tips for you, but I do want to stress how important relationships are right now more than ever. It used to be that you could make a post, all your followers saw it, you got a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and you didn't really have to do a lot else. To be honest, it was pretty easy. The work itself is still easy, but you're going to have to put a little bit more of the work in, is what I'm finding. And that's okay, because it's a business and we work our business, right? But this is where it's kind of nice that you're getting paid to be nice to people. So as you are on your Instagram and you're on your Facebook, I don't know if you guys understand the way the algorithm works. Let me tell you, I'm totally not a tech person. So I'm giving you basic stuff here, basic stuff that I know. So some of you may be way ahead of this, and I'm really proud of you for that, because I'm not. I'm entry level, ground level technology stuff here. So the way the algorithm works is your posts are not going to show up on someone's timeline that you have not interacted with in months or years on Facebook. So if you have these friends that are sitting there and you're not seeing their posts because you're not liking them or commenting on them, and they're not seeing your posts because you're not interacting with them. That's why interacting is so important. Building relationships is so important. So as far as Facebook goes, when you are liking and commenting on other people's posts, that's going to bring your posts up on their newsfeed, and it's going to keep their posts on your newsfeed. I had Michelle Carpenter on a Zoom recently. She's a triple diamond, and I loved her tip of having a dream list. Now, we have our 100s list where we have at least 100 names that we are going to contact, especially when we first sign up, and we're going to keep that list rolling as we meet new people and we have new leads. Your dream list is a shorter list. This is like 10 to 20 people that you just have been working with. You really want them on your team. You really know these products are going to help them. You are going to every day, so you write this list of names down, your 10 to 20 like dream team, and you go on their Facebook page every day and you like their latest posts and you comment on one of their posts. And what that does is it keeps your posts on each other's news feeds, because otherwise they're not going to get seen. Instagram is kind of moving towards the same way. If you're not interacting with your followers, then your posts don't get seen. Your news feed in Instagram is still going to be in chronological order, but like I said, if you're not interacting with people, then your posts just aren't going to show up. And I can tell you that I personally have felt the impact of that so far. Like, my interaction is down, and so I'm just working with you guys trying to figure out how to get that interaction back up. And what I'm finding is interaction with other people is key. Message someone and tell them that their profile is just really positive and you appreciate that. Send someone a message and tell them that, you know, their family is adorable. Like their pictures, comment on their pictures, be genuine, compliment people. Whatever you need to do to raise that interaction that you're putting out is going to get more eyes on your posts. It does take a little more time. However, it's not time, like I catch myself kind of wasting time thinking about, okay, how should I word this post, or what, things like that. This isn't time spent like that. This is something you can do while you are in line at the grocery store, because all you have to do is double tap to like a picture, right? A comment can be something as simple as like a couple of hearts, because you're showing them some love and people take it as a compliment, something like that. So you need to make it thoughtful, but it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. So liking people's posts, commenting on people's posts is what's really going to get more eyes on your posts. For Instagram especially, you want quality over quantity. Posting every hour is not going to build your business right now. So pick your best picture, pick your best posts, post a few times a day on Instagram. Really, in my experience, really putting the time and effort into interacting with people is bringing more people to my page. Before when we did Instagram training, we said like 1,000 followers is your magic number. You just follow whatever people you need to follow to get to 1,000 followers. I don't feel like that's true anymore either. On this new account that I started, I have about 280 followers. When I first started using Instagram a couple of years ago, I didn't get any interaction until I had like 1,000 to 1,500 followers. And like I said, it's just not the case now, because I'm really focusing on interacting with people. Whereas before I spent my time following people to get new followers. Right now I'm really focusing on interacting with the followers that I have. Still adding new people, but like I said, really focusing on interacting with those people that are in my newsfeed to bring more eyes onto my page. And I've gotten a couple of leads. I've gotten a distributor lead and a loyal customer lead from doing that at only 280 followers on my other page. So it's working. It is working. It is a little frustrating sometimes because it's change, and just as a society, we don't really respond well to change. But I promise that it's gonna be okay. Your business is not gonna hurt. It's gonna be better because you're gonna be building those quality relationships. So that's the social media tip that I have right now. the same for Instagram and for Facebook, just really focusing on interacting, building those relationships. Just send someone some compliments, and it's a social media blitz anyway, right? Like that's all that is, making someone's day better and bringing them to your page. So, okay, so now I want to go over some month-end tips. I'm going to breeze through these. I had a whole Zoom over this month-end volume boost, but I'm just going to go over these tips again because we've got, what is today? The 26th. We've got like 4 days left in the month, okay? And it's not over until it's over, right? So, first of all, let's talk about credit card declines, okay? You go into eSuite and go to order history and then loyal customer orders. It's going to pull up your loyal customer orders and it's going to show you the ones that have declined. If it's ACH decline, I think that's just like a shipping, like an address thing, like an information change that they need to change. So contact those customers and let them know, like, hey, your order didn't go through properly, but I think it's just an information glitch. Like, let's get that changed on your account really quickly. If it's a credit card decline, a lot of people right now are, their banks are switching from a regular debit card to the chip cards. And sometimes the card on file expires before they get their new card. So those credit card declines, a lot of them can be just because they don't have their updated card information on file, and they may just need a reminder about that. If it's someone who, if it declined for a fund issue, let them know, to complete their agreement, they need to order for the 3 months. Let's get you something. Maybe you need to switch to greens instead of wraps or something like that. So work with those loyal customers. So that, again, that's on eSuite under orders and then order history. And you can click on, or under orders and then loyal customer orders. That'll pull those up. Following up is huge. So you need to go back through old leads, go back through new leads, and create a sense of urgency with people, okay? So when you're messaging them, just say, hey girl, I only have one spot left for this 90-day challenge. Are you in? Letting them know that you only have that one spot left, they're gonna want that spot. So really make that clear, that sense of urgency. I talked about this briefly just a little bit ago, but when you're signing customers up, what I've been doing is as soon as they sign up, I'll say, okay, now on that checkout page, you have a share site. I want you to send me that share site and I'm going to share it for you on my Twitter page. I created a Twitter page just to be able to share loyal customers' links, and that instantly gets them a $10 product credit. You can also, what did I write here? Get their share link and give it to them to text to all of their friends to get free product. Really push that referral program. You can get them and their friends on a Zoom to go ahead and get those extra loyal customers. And you can just tell them, like, I can't wait to help you earn more free products. Explain what Zoom is. It's like a lot like FaceTime. You can create a picture on any of the like PixArt apps. Okay, like WordSwag or PixArt, something like that. And you can put their share site on it for them so that they can post it to their social media since our accounts have those sites blocked. For past loyal customers, if you haven't already done this, you can just message them and say, hey, have you heard of this system? We didn't have this when you ordered before, but these are our top 4 weight loss products. Let's use your perk points. That's another thing to be doing, is going through all of your loyal customers and looking up their perk points. A lot of people don't know about them, and each perk point is worth $1. And so, if they've got 13 perk points, that's $13 off anything, any product, and that BV will add up. If you're up for a big promotion, ask for help. Just let them know, this is huge for my family. Can I count on you? I want an honest testimony, and I really value your opinion. Let's get you on greens for 3 months and just tell me how you feel. I know it's going to make you feel better. Tell them that you're going to do it with them. Pick your favorite product and say, hey, do this 90-day challenge with me. People need to hear our voices. And so, we talk about excitement a lot, like being so excited that nobody can take this away from you. Like that's kind of a way of putting your blinders on, is just to really stay focused on being excited yourself. People need to hear that in your voice. So use that, use the voice option when you're texting people, if you're on an iPhone, or when you're messaging people on Facebook. Record send them a voice recording, you know, use their name, make it personal, and just be really excited and let them hear that. Let's see. The side door approach, you guys. So, you know, we get the excuse a lot of, I'm busy, sorry, I haven't had a chance to look yet. So just acknowledge that to them, validate that concern for them, and say, hey, I know you're super busy, but do you know anybody else that wants to get free products or a $500 bonus? Or you've told me no in the past, but do you know of anybody else who would be interested? And then they can help just refer you to someone else, and you're, you know, kind of empathizing with them on that too. Get creative about doing a party. You guys, just Ashley Hughes had this tip. Her mom was a principal, and she needed, like, I can't remember, it was a crazy amount, like maybe 1,000 BV or something like that to go diamond on the last day of the month. She loaded up all of her stuff and she went to the school and she was like, Mom, we've got to do this. And so they just, all the teachers, she just kept all the teachers there, and she got the volume that she needed. Like, that's how she went diamond. So find somebody who knows a lot of people and just get them in the space together, and take everything else with you. Go through your list of old distributors and offer them the loyal customer program. You know, I know you've tried this before, and being a distributor didn't work out for you. Let me get you on the products. You can still get a really good discount. Let me help you do that. This actually worked out really well for me last month when I was promoting. Just, you know, if they have been a distributor lead in the past, go to them and say, I know you're considering the business, but would you like to try a product? I keep forgetting to offer you our loyal customer program, and I'm so sorry about that. But maybe if you build your own testimony, your decision as far as the business goes will be easier. Use your own before and after pictures or your own personal testimony. We can talk about everybody else's story all day long, but when our friends and family see us using the products and see our own before and afters, or, you know, hear about our own testimony, that really speaks volume for our business. Again, we talked about perk points. To find out how many perk points someone has, if you go to TreeView, what is this? TreeView, and then you can search the distributor that you're looking under. That will pull up the loyal customers for you. You can also, like, if you have a distributor that's quit and they still have active customers under them, you can just message them and say, hey, I'm Jen, I'm one of the lead, I'm, you know, one of your It Works leaders, and I just wanted to let you know that you've got $23 in perk points sitting in your account. Can I help you get those? Can I help you use those today? Product tester posts are really good. Oh, okay, this is important. Make sure that your posts are set to public. If you have your posts set so that only your friends can see them, then you're not really growing your audience. So make sure that your posts are set to public. Don't assume or settle. If somebody says, I want wraps, dig into that a little bit deeper. Let's talk about how to enhance those results. Let's talk about, you know, the defining gel, the sister product to the wraps, because we want these results to be lasting. We don't want to waste your money here, okay? We want you to really get the best bang for your buck. And I tell people too, like, I had a girl yesterday who wanted to know about Greens, Fat Fighters, and ThermoFit, but she could only afford one. I want everyone on Greens because it's our best product, hands down, for overall health and wellness. And so I said, why don't we get you on the Greens? I'm going to share this share site and get you a $10 product credit. Then we can log right back in and you can get your Fat Fighters for $13. And that worked for her budget. So, ask your loyal customers to post for you. You know, when they get their products in the mail or when they're excited because they've just ordered, ask them to make a post and tag you in it. That will help build your business as well. Let's see. For your team, make sure everybody knows how to chart and make sure they are aware of what they need. You don't want an Emerald promotion to miss it because they're 400 BV short. Make sure, you know, that's obtainable, easily obtainable in a short amount of time. So make sure that your team knows how to chart and they know what they need for their upcoming promotions. On Facebook, hold on, I need to get a drink real quick. On Facebook, you know that you can make lists. This can be a little bit time consuming if you haven't started it yet, but if you have, you know, you can make a post and you can really target it towards those lists. So, you know, that's where you need to be showing your before and after pictures, showing your product posts to those lists of potentials that have been on the fence and you just need them to bite the bullet. Call people. From a sales standpoint, it's a lot harder to say no when you're actually talking face to face or on the phone with someone. So just let them hear your voice. Talk to people. Call people. Let's see. I told you this. I created a Twitter account just to share those share sites, you guys. That really, those, like using those that $10 product credit over and over again really adds up on the BV. When you make a product tester post, you want to follow up with those posts. So if I make a product tester post at 9 o'clock in the morning and I need 10 testers for a list of products, I'm going to come back at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening and I'm going to say, you know, hey, you guys, I only have 7 spots left. And then the next morning, I'm only going to have 4 or 5 spots left. And then the next evening, I only have 2 spots left. Decreasing that number over a few days to create that sense of urgency. Let's see. Yes. Okay, I'm just looking over my notes to make sure I didn't leave anything out. My favorite quote, you guys, is to pray like it all depends on God and then work like it all depends on you. So if we want this, we have to be the ones to go get it, right? I read this last week. I just love this this thing so much. But last week when I read it at the beginning of the Zoom, and I feel like it's a little more fitting to do it at the end of the Zoom. So let me pull it up here. And I will end it with this. And then, like always, after I read this, I'll hang out for a couple minutes if you guys have any questions. Okay. Here we go. If God showed you all that He has planned for you, it would boggle your mind. If you could see the doors He's going to open, the opportunities that will cross your path, and the people who will show up, you would be so amazed. Daniel. Okay, sorry. And the people who will show up, you'd be so amazed, excited, and passionate, it would be easy to set your mind for victory. This is what faith is all about. You've got to believe it before you see it. God's favor is surrounding you like a shield. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every bad break, every disappointment, and every person who does you wrong is part of the plan to get you to where you're supposed to be. I love this, you guys. I love it so much. I love it for everything that this business is about. I love it for doing parties. I love it for blitzing. I love it for going for those big promotions. I love it for pushing your team, because the bottom line is every no propels us to the next yes. Like this is saying, if you knew what God has in store for you, you would not be afraid of the opposition. You would not be afraid to blitz. You would not be afraid to hear no, because you know that there's huge blessings on the other side of it. So I may read that in every team Zoom because I just love it so much. But that's what I've got for you guys tonight. I'll hang out for a few minutes. If you guys have questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. I'm going to put this on. This one.
I have a question about charting.
Okay.
There's what is easier, to print out and do it by hand, or to actually go on the eSuite? There's a place where you can actually chart right there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done it that way before?
I'm really if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen for me. And so I really like to print off the sheets and fill them in. I make chicken scratch and notes all over them. I can write my volume and cross it out and update the volume on there. So I really I need the visual right in front of me. So if I don't write it down, it doesn't make sense to me. So.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Well, I'm
I
gonna.
have a question. If you
Oh,
don't
sure. Yeah, go ahead.
mind. Earlier you were explaining the $10 perk point,
Hmm.
and you said that there was a lady that wanted the fat fighters, and she ended up only paying $13 for it. Did she have to buy something first?
Yes. So the way they get the $10 product credit or the 10 perk points is so she ordered greens. They can order anything as a loyal customer, and then they get
Mhm.
that share site.
Yeah.
Then they share that share site and they get the $10 product credit. So then she can go back in and order her fat fighters or whatever and use that product credit that way.
Okay, but after she's already placed one order.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Because those perk points can't be used on auto ship. They have to be used on separate orders.
Yeah.
But she's still saving. And they get 10% back on every order too. So it actually ends up being a little more than $10 that they get in free stuff. So, but yeah, they have to place that initial order first.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I have a question.
Yes.
As a presidential diamond, what actually worked best for you? Do you think it's better to place to promote, or do you rely on your team to help you promote?
Both. I think, I don't, this is just me personally. I like to run with my runners. So I don't just place distributors I don't just do it for a promotion, because that's not going to build with strength that will get my organization to crumble. And so I just work with my team to help them enroll their distributors, and then that's kind of how I go as far as placing. So I think it's both. I guess I place to promote, but not under dead legs, not with people that aren't working with me, because I want at least the same amount of effort put in as I'm putting in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Sometimes it takes longer sometimes that way, but I think you build a stronger team that way. So.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you guys so much for